from Tuscola Middle School, Tony the Dragon Debellis. In the roaring red from Delora Middle School, Chris the Comet And in the pressing purple from Teague Middle School, Heather Cooley. Hello everyone, I'm Mike O'Malley. Welcome to the Extreme Arena, home of Nickelodeon Guts, the action sports show where kids live out their greatest sports fantasies. Our players once again today battling their way through 4 fantastic events, and after that they'll get a chance at tackling our radical rock, the aggro crag, where almost anything can happen. The player with the most points at the end of all of our events is the winner, and he or she will be able to take home a glowing piece of our awesome rock. Now remember, all of our events are specifically designed with our players' safety in mind. They will be wearing safety equipment, and we'll have a professional stunt coordinator and stunt spotters with them at all times. So please, do not try this at home. Now on to our first event. What do you get with an elastic cord, a launch pad, and a big wall? Well, here on Guts, you get a chance to make your mark. Let's go to our referee, Moira Quirk, for the rules. Mo!
Mike, each of our players will jump off the bridge, pick up paint on our launch pad, and try to make their highest mark on the wall. Each player will get 3 jumps, and jumps that do not include 2 footprints will be disqualified. Highest overall mark wins.
Okay, so Tony is getting his mark, his feet on, I should say, his special Guts galoshes with sponges on the bottom of them. He's got an elastic cord hooked onto his back, and then he is going to leap into the arena and put his feet onto that wall.
On your mark, get set.
So Tony, into the launch pad. Look at that leap. Oh! He didn't get into the launch pad before getting up on the wall. So
on your mark,
he'll have to try again. They get 3 attempts, and he's down into the pad, getting his feet up there. Oh! Now, they do take the lowest point of the highest mark.
On your mark, get set.
So they would take, I guess, the point of your heel. And, oh, it's a nice jump on that one right there, making some decent height. And we will go to our referee, Moira Quirk, for the official results once we get them from our judges. And she's got them. So, Mo.
Tony in blue made a mark of 10 feet 9 inches.
10 feet 9 inches now, the mark to beat as Chris gets up there and gets his elastic cord on there. Imagine having an elastic cord while you're going to school, just hopping over houses on the way. You could take a nice little shortcut there, wouldn't you? All right.
On your mark.
Chris is ready.
Oh, no, we need to get rid of the ladder. On your mark, get set.
Okay, Chris, making some serious... Oh, some good height on that one, but he needs to get his feet. He needs to jump a little bit further into the pad.
On your mark,
he's ready.
Get set.
As he heads into the pad, making a little, oh, and again, not able to get his feet up there on the wall. He's going to have one more try.
On your mark, get set.
Chris concentrating as he gets his feet up there. He's going to have to kick his feet on there. And there we have it. And it looks like his mark may be a little bit higher. Talk about graffiti. Get it? Graffiti? Oh, well. Let's go to Mo. Mo?
Chris in red made a mark of 11 feet even.
11 feet even. So he now, I believe, in the lead. We will go as Heather gets a look at that aerial bridge. That aerial bridge, 7 feet, 6 inches in height. And they're jumping off of that bridge into that ink launch pad filled with slime. I guess we could call it a slime pad.
On your mark, get set.
All right, and she's down, getting her feet, just touching her tippy toes. She's going to need a lot better jump for that if she's going to beat the mark.
On your mark,
you see
get
Chris
set.
and Tony talking about how much fun they had on that jump right there. All right. And that's her mark.
On your mark,
now they're
get
looking
set.
to see if their marks will hold on. As Heather tries to make her next mark, and oh, it's going to be close. We're going to have to go to Mo and find out what the official result is. As you see Heather getting her harness taken off, she's waiting for Mo. Mo.
Heather in purple reached 10 feet 7 inches. That puts Chris in first place, Tony in second place, Heather in third place.
All right, so Chris walking away with that one, or marking away with that one, I should say. Take a look as he leaps off the aerial bridge, hitting a portion of our aerial bridge before he got up there and made his mark. And we have Chris by my side right now. Now, Chris, you had some trouble on those early jumps. You finally got on the third one. Tell the folks at home what happened on that one.
I don't know. I went up there and I jumped and I didn't have enough weight the first 2 times.
Not enough weight, not enough force to get into the launch pad?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Mo and check out the leaderboard because Chris won that one. So let's go to Mo. Mo.
Mike, first place in our events is worth 300 points. That goes to Chris in red. In second place with 200 points, Tony in blue. In third place with 100 points, Heather in purple.
All right, get your feet out of my face. It's time for Tony to spill his guts. So Tony, spill your guts. Tony the Dragon Debellis is an 11-year-old Taekwondo competitor. Tony placed third in the event at Junior Olympics. The Dragon likes to watch himself compete on television when he's not busy. And that is Tony the Dragon. Well, we'll see if the Dragon can breathe his fire in our next event, which is totally rad, totally cool, totally tubular. Take a look at this tube right here. This is what our players will be trying to put themselves through and hold on to. Let's talk to Mo about the rules. Mo!
Mike, at the sound of my whistle, all 3 players will race across the pool trying to put tubes around their bodies. They must touch the edge of the pool before coming back and also to end the race. First player back to the starting line wins. Players, on your mark, get set.
All right, so we'll see who the fish in the water is on this time and who's got the speed putting themselves through those hoops. You've seen a lot of dolphins jump through hoops, but here on Guts, our Guts players don't just jump through them, they hold on to them and swim as they deliver their cargo of tubes to the other end of the pool. As you see in the front there, it looks like Tony the Dragon Debellis is in the lead, and they're pushing. Look at him kick his way through that pool. It's going to be close. Who's going to make it through? They want it fast enough. Oh, very close finish there. We will have to go to our referee, Moira Quirk, for the official results. It looks like Mo has them right now as you take a look at our players getting those tubes off of them, and Mo is ready. Mo.
In first place, Tony in blue. In second place, Chris in red. And in third place, Heather in purple.
All right, a close finish at that. Let's take a look at Tony as you take a look from our overhead camera on top of our Guts Extreme Arena as... Yeah, Tony coming right in there. And we got Tony right here, a happy Tony. And also we got Heather. Come on over here, you guys. What did you think of that last event? What was most challenging? Let's go here first.
Trying to get all the tubes to stay on you.
The tubes to stay on you. And what do you think, Tony?
The same thing. It was hard to get all the tubes around you and swim across the pool at the same time.
Listen to him breathe. Listen to him breathe. They're tired. Let's go to the leaderboard and check it out, Mo.
Tied in first place right now are Tony in blue and Chris in red with 500 points each. In third place, Heather in purple with 200 points.
Okay, so they're getting a little dried off after getting a little wet. You come back because we got more coming up. We will see Chris spill his guts when we come back. More action. Okay, Tony and Chris in first place right here at Guts, the action sports show that asks, do you have it? Yeah! The Extreme Arena getting ready for our next event, but now it's time for Chris to spill his guts. So Chris, spill your guts. Chris, the comic wall, is a 12-year-old comic book collector. Chris has over 200 books in his collection. And Chris isn't reading about superheroes, he is one on the basketball court. All right, and we will see what Chris can do right here in our next event, which takes place in our gym. It's called Basic Training, and our obstacles change every day, so let's take a look at what we got working here today. Over here, we got the wall climb, then the tightrope walk, down the slide for life, and then into the elastic jungle, up the cargo net, onto that platform, and into this free fall bag. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo!
Yes, take a nap, Mike. Our players will be timed from starting line to free fall. They must complete each obstacle before moving on to the next one. Best time wins. On your mark, get set.
All right, so Tony is up there, and Tony getting a little wet behind. He is in the last event. He's on to the tightrope walk, and hands and feet, getting him across that one. He's on the slide for life. He's hanging on to that one, sliding on down and into the elastic jungle. And he goes low. And almost snapping in his neck, all around his body. He's up the cargo net. The cargo net. Up and... All right, there we go as Tony hits into the free fall bag. We will now go to Mo and find out our results. Mo.
Tony in blue finished in 33.7 seconds.
33.7 seconds of time for Chris
On your mark.
to attack.
Get set.
And Chris and Tony in a tie right now. The tie most likely will be broken in this timed event. Who will come out in first place? And remember, there is still Heather yet to go as Chris gets off the slide for life and into the elastic jungle. He chooses to walk through the elastic jungle, and this could be very detrimental to his time, as he's at 26 seconds at this point and still is only halfway through the jungle. That jungle like a spider's web, a virtual maze that you've got to work yourself through. And he's up the cargo net, and it doesn't look like he's going to beat Tony's time. But remember, there is still Heather to go. He still has to keep hustling as he takes a leap into the free fall and rolls out of that. Let's go to Mo. Mo.
Chris clocked in at 43.2 seconds.
All right, thank you, Mo. Looks like Heather is ready.
On your mark. Get set.
All right, and Heather, up the wall climb with good strength, leg over leg, as she gets up there in 5 seconds. She's on to the tightrope walk as she continues across and chooses to go at it head on and then sliding down the slide for life. She falls and then into the elastic jungle, also choosing to walk through. This could really slow her time up. You saw the strategy of Tony as he got down and just slid right through. Heather right here. She's going to have to really make it up that cargo net if she's going to beat the time to beat. It doesn't look like she's going to make it. She's now going for second place points. She's going to have to hustle up that cargo net right there. And as she makes it into the free fall bag, we will go to Mo and find out her official time. Mo.
Heather in purple came in with 42.3 seconds. That puts Tony in first place, Heather in second place, Chris in third place.
All right, so you saw how close it was, especially for those second place points between Heather and Chris. Take a look at Tony right here as he slides down the slide for life and into the elastic jungle, getting low as he comes through, fighting his way through that jungle, keeping his head down. Arms, hands, knees, battling his way through that. And you got through that elastic jungle. It was a great strategy. Up the cargo net and off of that platform into the free fall bag. Have you ever jumped that high?
Well, not really. It was pretty scary doing it. I didn't know what my time was. I wasn't really paying attention and just go as fast as I can and see what my time is at the end.
And your time was good enough for first place. And now let's take a look at the leaderboard. Mo, talk to me.
In first place is Tony in blue with 800 points. In second place, Chris in red with 600 points. In third place, Heather in purple with 400 points.
So Tony now in sole lead of first place, and now it's time for Heather to spill her guts. So Heather, spill your guts. Heather Cooley is 12 years old. Heather's soccer finesse recently helped her team place first in the tournament, which only proves when the heat is on, Heather never loses her cool. And that is Heather. All right, well, I hope she's cooling down and chilling out for our next event right here, which takes place. It's another elastic sports event, which takes place right here on our field. Now, have you ever been playing baseball and you're going back, up, and the ball goes right over your glove? Well, right here today, we're going to give you the ability to jump a lot higher than you would be able to in a Little League game. In this game called Off the Wall, we're going to give our players a glove, an elastic cord, and the ability to jump higher and... well, they're not going to be running in this game. Let's just go to Mo for the rules. Mo!
Thank you, Mike. Our players will get 45 seconds to knock down as many balls off the wall as possible. The player who knocks down the most wins. Okay, on your mark, get set.
So our players ready as they attack that wall. Imagine Jose Canseco hitting a deep drive. He's about to win the World Series with the home run smash. And you just go up and knock it down. Well, that's what's happening here today in this game, off the wall. Our players given the ability, like Ken Griffey Jr., to jump way high over the wall and take away a long drive from a Kirby Puckett or a Mark McGuire. And right here you see our players. They're trying to knock down as many baseballs as they can. There's 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Time running out. And as you look at those 3 walls right there, folks, A lot of empty space in the middle of all three of the walls. Our judges right now will be counting up each wall individually and tabulating how many baseballs have been knocked off of each wall. Then Moira will get the tabulations and figure out who is in first, second, and third place. She is ready. Let's go to Mo now.
In first place is Heather in purple, who knocked down 33 balls. In second place, Tony in blue, he knocked down 30. In third place, Chris in red, he knocked down 29.
Talk about a ball game, folks. Look at this right here as Tony goes up to knock some of those baseballs down. Excellent work in this event. Taking second place, the man, Tony the Tiger. And we have our first place finisher, Heather. You got 300 points for that event. You took first place. You're right back in the thick of the game. Talk about your strategy on that one.
I just wanted to get all the balls down and jump as far as I could.
And you did a good job. And Tony, what'd you think of that last event?
It was hard because on the last couple of seconds, I got stuck and I couldn't get back up.
All right, anybody? Oh, I'm sorry, what?
But luckily the time ran out. It was just a couple seconds left.
Luckily the time ran out before your breath ran out. Let's go to Mo and check our leaderboard. Mo!
In first place right now is Tony in blue with 1,000 points, and tied in second with 700 points each, Chris in red and Heather in purple.
I have no time to sit around and play catch with you. We got a ball game coming up, a ball game called the Aggro Track. You stick around and see where our players roll up that mountain. Welcome back to Guts, where things are far from over, my friends. The Aggro Crag event still yet to determine our winner. Let's go to Mo and check out our leaderboard. Mo!
After 4 events, Tony in blue is in the lead with 1,000 points, tied in second with 700 points each, Chris in red and Heather in purple.
That is a look at where they stand. Now let's take a look at how they got there. Look at Chris, even after he hits the aerial bridge, gets up there and footnotes his performance with a mark right there of 11-0 in first place. Now Tony kicking his way into first right here. Very close finish between him and Chris, but Tony speeding his way like a speedboat through the water and gets right in there in first place. And then Chris, as he is walking through the jungle, gets stuck in the elastic jungle, trying to force with his hands and his feet, trying to force an opening so he can get through that, realizing he is losing precious time in this event. A very frustrating obstacle in our basic training event, the elastic jungle. And Tony right here shows him how it's done. After the slide for life, he gets into the elastic jungle and fires his way through that, keeping his head down, toughing it out, climbing the cargo net, and up onto our platform as he jumps right into the free fall bag and rolls out to win a first place finish. Heather, she says, hey guys, don't forget me. She comes back and wins first place in this event with a perfect finish in Off the Wall. And they are off the wall and about to climb this mountain, the Aggro Crag, where anything can happen. This final event, rock slides, snow avalanches, smoke, slime, water, a whole slew of surprises for our players. Let's go to Mo for the rules. Mo!
Players will start at the sound of my whistle. Each player has an identical side of the mountain to climb and may not cross into another player's path. Now, during their climb, they must light up each of 7 targets located on their side of the crag. The first player to activate all of the targets, including the final one at the peak of the mountain, will receive first place points. Mike.
All right, so as our players get ready for this final event, the Aggro Crag, let me remind you that the points have skyrocketed right here. Third place being worth 375 points, second 550 points, and first place 725 points. Mo.
Players, on your mark, get set.
So first place yet to be determined. Chris and Heather can go 1 and 2, and Tony is third. Tony will be knocked out of the lead as you see Chris, our red player, make it up there. It looks like a dead heat at this point. Chris is in the lead. that actuator. It's between Heather and Tony. Heather and Tony at the top of the crag. Who's going to punch in first? I didn't see that, folks, so I'll have to check. I'm not sure who punched in first on that one. Tony raising his arms in triumph. As you see, Chris, our crag troll, Tony, helping him up the final portion of our aggro crag event. And he is right there at the top. Let's go to Mo and find out our official results.
In first place on the aggro crag, Tony in blue. In second place, Heather in purple. Chris in red missed an activator, and that automatically put him in third place.
Oh, wow, folks. A fantastic finish here today. Let's look at the replay as Heather hits the actuator and gets slimed right there. And there's Tony. Snow falling all around him. Guts snow as Chris continues his ascent, but missed an actuator. The rocks falling on top of all of our players. And then you see right here this shot of Tony on the right portion of your screen. On the left portion of your screen, you see Heather trying to make it up there too. Is coming down to the final. Oh, and then boom, he punches in right there, seconds before Heather. A very, very close finish, determined yet again by the aggro crag event here today. Let's go to Mo and find out our official final standings. Mo.
These are our final results, Micah, after the aggro crag. In third place today, Chris in red with 1,075 points. In second place, Heather in purple with 1,250 points. Our winner today, Tony in blue with 1,725 points.
So a great performance once again by all of our players here today. Chris, our bronze medal winner, the man who took first place in our first elastic sports event. A great competition for him. Heather coming back and winning off the wall and taking second place in the aggro crag. Give her that silver medal. And then the gold medal going to our winner today, our man, Tony. All right, give him a piece of that glowing rock for all of America to hold high. A very impressive performance here today. Our players doing great as you see him holding. Tony, how do you feel?
Great. I tried as hard as I can. I couldn't really see much in the mountain, but I just tried as hard as I can. I made it.
You definitely did, Megan. No ifs, ands, or buts. These kids got guts. Do you have it?
All Guts players compete in Reebok athletic shoes. Life is short. Play hard.
Was recorded in front of a live audience in Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida.